The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Carolina Panthers and the Atlanta Falcons. And a fair catch signaled for and take.
On the ready. Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
Check. 58, boys, 58, 58, come on. You. 58, come on. 58, come on.
Hey!
He can't hang. He's not going to
Hey,
get.
Zoo.
58, right over there. Yeah.
Ready?
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Tack McKinley able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away, because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Go. Ready?
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
First down, Carolina.
Okay, ready? 5.
Can you get the ball right here? Let's go. 58 to Mike, 58 to Mike. I got it. 58, boys, 58. Go.
They'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Here we go again. Watch twist.
Hey, Delta.
Check 1, 3.
5.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Throwing left side, it's complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 23. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sidelines thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
Set. 60 outlaw.
58 to Mike.
Hey, Charlie.
Let's go. 58 to go.
They'll set up to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
On the ball. Lead them.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Panthers take it right down and score on the opening drive. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25.
Here we go. Set. 8, read.
Defense wins championships, baby. Hey.
Tyler, head up.
On the ground is Jacobs to start the drive. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
Now a throw here on second down, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Here's Stick looking to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Harrington. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 15 yards, first down Atlanta. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Stick back to pass. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Bravo. Get it ready.
On 2nd and 10, it's Stick. Eluding the pressure right. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. A good pickup there. 26 yards. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged, because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
Mike, 55. Check, 55.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Tack McKinley in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. They're going to look to throw. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. They wound up getting nothing out of that 2nd down completion, so now here's 3rd and 10.
58, right over there, yeah. Mike, 58.
Go on.
Hatch it. Big damage. Come.
Big grip.
Looking to throw. Gonna throw right side here, complete. Yeah, that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. And his kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the ending, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
60 or 55.
Here we go. Mike 55. Stop your whining.
Now.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
60 outlaw.
Watch the screen.
Shoot.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
Your trip is here, baby. Your trip is here.
The penalty does everything but get them a 1st down. It's close here on 2nd and inches.
Check.
Hey, orbit. Now.
Watch the slant.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Extra point forthcoming. He's got it, and it's 17-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, Mark.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. That catch good for 5. It's third down. Stick from the gun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
At the 43-yard line.
It's a break. Smooth.
Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop. 58, right on.
Go, 5.
Back to throw now on first down. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 33 yards that time.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10.
58 for Mike, 58.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Another shot from the 9 on second and goal. Second and 9 now. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's third and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. That's going to back them up almost a full 10 yards. It's going to be a loss of 9 officially, and it's fourth down. And this one is right through. And the lead now increases to 20-0. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Hey, tighten down. There you go.
Hey, zoom.
Check, Mike.
Rock now.
Here's Stick on first and 10. Steps away. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end pass rush. They've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync.
Now the ball comes loose, and it's picked up by the Panthers. Room here to run. And he takes it into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery and a touchdown for the Panthers. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
Flush to his right. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Stick looks to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position.
Hurry, hurry. Buzz, buzz.
Watch the flag. Watch the flag. Watch the flag. Watch the flag. Motion. Pop, pop, pop. Check. Lucky.
Let's go.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. They'll look to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
58, Mike. I'm going to run you over. 58's to Mike. 58.
They'll look to throw here. He's going to rifle one deep left side into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Watch the twist. Kill.
61, matchbox lights.
Mike, check.
Yes. Hey, exit. Hey, lock it. Speak river.
On second down, it's Stick. Steps away to his left. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter. A lot of time to change things. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jacobs. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. This quarterback now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here.
Now.
1st and 10, Stick. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jeffrey Simmons racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway.
All day, baby. Let's go. Let's go.
Come on, set.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big. And now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
They just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. This is fielded at the 27. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right up.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play.
2nd and 11. He'll rifle this one deep right side. It's caught at the 10. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there with touchdown number 12 on the year as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Point after, right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
At the 24-yard line.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
They'll throw on 2nd down as Stick. Going right side here, and that's complete. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down.
He's out of bounds right at the line of
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
Hey!
On 3rd down, it's Stick. He's going to air one out. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or two shy of midfield. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he throws.
And now a big play to start off this drive as the shot downfield is complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 36 yards on the play.
First down, Carolina.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. He'll drop to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. A 16-yard touchdown. And thanks to the interception, the Panthers offense cashes in with 6.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will swell by one more. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against the secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. On second down, Jacobs. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They're going to go play action now with Stick. He gets it to Brown, complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 33.
Well, there's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. Now Stick. Flushed out right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield, try to hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback. If he was going to his left, a little bit tougher.
Exactly.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jeffrey Simmons, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
On the ready. Hey, Haywood.
I got him. Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. You must be getting tired of seeing me.
6 guy, check 6 guy.
Alert 3.
Hey.
Jim.
Here's Stick, 3rd and long, dancing to his left. He wants it all for the end zone. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down.
Switch.
Hey, orbit. Pilot, 64, weak.
Kill.
Yep.
Back's mine. I got him.
Smooth.
Hey, watch the edge.
On fourth down, here's Stick. Buying time to his left. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. Dan Quinn's guys unable to come through there on fourth down. And the Panthers will get the football back. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their play.
And this is caught inside the 5. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Taking it in from a yard out as his guys continue to pour it on. So the big play to kick off the drive set them up 1st and goal, and they're able to cash in right away on play number 2.
I think I'm starting to understand more and more when we get ready to do games and we meet with coaches why they talk about big plays, explosive plays, and how it sets them up for success, because that's exactly how they were able to score on this one. We saw the touchdown. We saw the payoff. But, of course, that big, long chunk play is what got them in position.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still is not really nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11.
54. I got it.
Ready? Hey, Zoo. Yes. Zoo.
Here's Stick looking to throw. Looking left side. He's got it. Complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a 1st down for the Falcons. Stick looking to throw on 1st and 10. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Rip right. Check.
Protein spill. Get it.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. Got a man, it's Brown. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Stick looks to throw it again. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
You draw quarters.
Stick to throw once more. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And he'll go down at the 28. The Falcons on 3rd down. Lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. They only need a yard here. 3rd down and 1 after the penalty. He can
run
for it, and he will. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. First down. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
Greystone travel.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54.
Hey!
Oh, here we go. Oh, he's coming. He's coming. He's coming.
Hard.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Looking for the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And he is all the way up past the 25.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I
we
enjoy.
share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen one for what we've seen this season.
And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with third and about 6 yards to go.
And it's third down.
Set, ready? 30 base.
Hey, we heavy on the edges. Heavy on.
Hey, exit.
58, boys. 58. 58 is Mike. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense.
Get it.
Back to throw here. Throwing right, and that's complete. Give him 18. It's a Carolina first down. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Hey, wahoo!
Hey, 58 is the Mike. Go 58 is the Mike. Come on, boy. Come on, boy. You better be ready.
Bravo!
Don't be scared of it. 58 is the Mike. 58. 58 is the Mike.
Let's go.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down. And the incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up fourth down. So now the field goal unit trots out there for the third time tonight. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They can't stop us. They cannot.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
I'm coming back. I'm coming back.
So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back.
Here we go.
They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score.
Look at me. Zipper.
Throwing on second and long. Stick. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And they'll indeed take a knee. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some. Here we go.
So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Panthers, the streak continues as they push their mark to a perfect 12-0 now on the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, this season is beyond salvage now as they fall to 2-10. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire